let's consider this question. So we've got a block of material and we don't know what it is, and it's suspended by a massless cable. Okay, so that word massless means that we don't have to take the weight of that into account. And so this material is suspended in water. Okay, so we know what the medium is, and we know the density of that, and it is found to weigh, so that is its mass times gravity, 300 newtons. And you also told the same block in air weighs 700 newtons. So we're asked to find what are the volume and density of the block. So we'll start off kind of to draw a sketch. So this is our block, and if we think what forces are acting on it. So when it's submerged in the water, we have a tension of 300 newtons acting on it. Okay. And we also told that when it's in air, we have a weight of 700 newtons acting on it, and that will still kind of act on it when it's submerged in the fluid. That won't go away, but it will be offset by this buoyancy force. Okay, so when it's submerged, we have this buoyancy force acting upon it. We don't know what that is just yet, but we know that it's going to be acting on it. So if we resolve our balances, which is acting on this block, so what we've got going down is W, and what we've going up is the tension plus the buoyancy force. And we know from the relationship for buoyancy force, we know that it's the density of the fluid that's in times gravity times its volume, and we also know what W2 is for this question. So we can substitute all these three into this equation, and this is what we get. And if we rearrange it, we can find out that the buoyancy force is equal to 400 newtons, which is the difference between the tension and the weight. So if we know what the buoyancy force is, we can set 400 equal to rho GV, and if we rearrange for the volume, which is one of the things we need to find out, then we have 400 over density, and the density of water is 1000, and obviously gravity. So we can then work out that this block is around 0.04 meters cubed. Then in the second part of the question, we were asked to find the density, and we know the density is equal to mass over volume. So we just need to work out the mass of the block, and we can do that because we know when it's in air, its weight is 700 newtons, and the weight is its mass times force due to gravity. So 700 divided by gravity, divided by the volume, will give us its density, which is 1750.